Welcome listeners. In this session we are going to cover inventory classification, and one of the most important inventory classification is ABC. We also call the ABC analysis. Under this session you will be able to learn the importance of inventory classification in the business, different methods for inventory classification, ABC classification of inventory, identification of A class, B class and C class items in the inventory, inventory management policy, other important inventory classification techniques. Let us understand the importance of classification, or you can call it the inventory classifications. One of the scientists, Pareto, had observed through statistically that 20% of population owns 80% of the nation wealth. Similarly, 20% of the employees cause 80% of the problems. 20% of items account for 80% of firm's expenditure. It means what? The valuation of the item or the consumption of the items or requirement of the items may not be uniform across all different types of the inventories. At the same time, inventory may be required something on urgent basis, it may be on routine basis, or it may be required to be kept very confidential, it will, or in good conditions. So every inventory is not required to be treated equally. The reason that it may give the inventory may be running a risk of loss of its value, because the attention is being equally among all items. So it may result into that the items which are high in value may, if there is a loss in the high value items, so the company may face tremendous loss. So it is always good practice to classify the inventory, and accordingly the management or the monitoring or supervision of those inventories should take place. Now let us understand what ABC is. It is also known as a always better control. The ABC approach states that a company should rate items from A to C, basing its rating on the following rules. So A items are goods which annual consumption value is the highest. Right? We call it the A category. The top 70 to 80% of the annual consumption value of the company typically accounts for, in general, ranging from 10 to 20% of the total inventory items. So you can see that A items constitute the highest value items, and but in terms of the quantity, it could be very less, or it may be in the 10, 15 or 20%. It may vary depending upon the type of products or the nature of the industry. This approach also states that the company should rate items from basing its rating on following rule, that is a B item. So what is a B item? It is the interclass items with a medium consumption value, those with 15 to 25% of annual consumption value. It typically accounts for 30% of the total inventory items. 30% is not a fix, it could be in the 25% range, it could be 35% range as well. Now the third category is the C items. This is on contrary items with the lowest consumption value. It may constitute just 5% of the total annual consumption, but it may have more than, or in terms of the quantity, it may account more than 50% of the total inventory items. So graphically also you can understand the relative importance of, or relative valuation of different categories of the items, that is A, B and C. So we can summarize that A class is, in terms of number of units, are very less. It may be from 5 to 15%, 10 to 20%, that range may vary with some degree. And also it constitutes 70 to 80% of the value. So B class in the range of 30% or 35% of the units, but in valuation it could be around 15%, and the C class items could be 50 to 60% of units, and value could be even less than 5%, or it could be 6-7%. Now, with the help of ABC classification, you must be able to learn that why classification is required, because the valuation requirement and all these plays very important role in managing the total inventory related cost. Now, when we say the annual consumption value, how you calculate annual consumption value? So, the formula is annual demand multiplied by item cost per unit. Through this categorization, the supply manager or the suppliers can identify inventory hotspots and separate them from the rest of the items, especially those that are numerous but not that profitable. So, you can set the priorities of supplying the materials which may fetch larger returns on investments, or you can discard those items which may not have that much returns associated with this. What are the different steps you should follow in order to classify the items? So, it is very important. You cannot arbitrarily classify. You must go through the data, facts and valuation and the costing. Then only you can segregate and classify it. So, the major steps are: first, find out the unit cost and usage of each material over a given period. Means what is the per unit cost and what is the consumptions, or what is the rate of consumptions of each material for a given period. The second is multiply the unit cost by estimated annual usage to obtain the net value. Third, list out all items and arrange them in the descending values. That is nothing but the annual value. Now, when you are classifying, another step which are there: accumulate the values and add up the number of items and calculate percentage of total inventory in the value and in number. Then draw a curve of percentage items and percentage value. Then mark off the curve the rational limits of A, B and C categories. Even if you are not drawing a curve and all, but at least in the numerical figures or quantity, you should be able to identify which are the list of the items under A category, which are the items which are under the B category, and list of the items which are under C category, and how much percentage it constitutes and how much valuation it has. So, when we look at the class A, class B, class C, so 20, 30, 50 in general, or percentage of value of annual uses in terms, it could be around 80%, 15%, 5%, and how these items to be monitored and supervised. So, it because the A item is very high value item, so it needs to be controlled and monitored very frequently, or you may say very tight control you should have on these items. Class C items, because it constitute very less value, however the in terms of quantity is very large, but some loss, some damage in all these items may not be very much detrimental to the business. So, the company may decide very less frequent review and the monitoring. Class B is just in between. Either it could be regular review, it may not be as tight as in class A, it is not as liberal as in class C. So, it will be in the between. So, let us understand how ABC classification is done. There is an illustration. So, there are item numbers, item 1, 102, 101, 103, 146 up to 110, and the unit cost associated with each items have been given. So, it may be in terms of rupees, in terms of dollars. Now, what is the annual demand has also been provided with each items. So, let us take for unit the item number 1, annual demand is 40,000 units, for 102 item number 2,000 and so on. Now, as we just discussed what are the different steps you should follow, let us take the same example. So, item number 1, 101, unit cost is 5 and annual demand is 48,000. The total cost per year you can just multiply, you can find what is the total cost per year. So unit cost 5 multiplied 48,000, it will be 2,40,000. If you multiply 11 with the 2,000s, you will get 22,000 and so on. So by this you can calculate what is the total usage in terms of valuation and the cost. So total cost per year will be unit cost multiplied by total cost per year. Now calculate the uses of item in total uses. You have seen that a unit cost 5, annual demand is 48,000, total cost per year is 2,40,000. So uses of percentage of total use calculated by uses of item divided by total uses. So if you divide 2,40,000 from 7,37,900, that is total uses, you will get the uses as percentage of total uses, that is 32.5%. Similarly, for item 2 or 102, you can calculate uses as percentage of total uses. Now what is the next step? The next step is sort these items by uses from lowest to highest or highest to lowest. It doesn't make any difference, but you must put in a particular order, ascending or descending. So you can see that 109 or you can say 107. So if you look at in the cumulative terms, so you can see that final items is having cumulative percentage of total is 100%. But in individual term, you can identify that which item has got highest uses, that is 107, and least uses item is 102. So based on those high values, so in terms of you may be classified in range of 15 to 20% or and all, you can see the class A item is having 107 item and 101 item. So 107 and 101 is a part of class A item because the percentage usage is very high, that is 81.6%. So it means you need to have the close control on it. Now the class B item, you can identify that these are 109, 105, 102 and 106. It constitutes 40% of the total items, and percentage of usage is 16.2%, which require regular review. And third item or third category, you can see 104, 110, 103 and 108 items, which are the part of class C items. And you can also see it constitute almost 40%, but percentage of usage is just 2.5%. So you may not be having as much frequent monitoring and supervision for these items. So with the help of this, you can identify that how ABC classification can be done based on the uses and the valuation of the items and the quantity which are being consumed. Now what the management should do with these categories of items? So A item should have very tight inventory control, as I have said earlier. More secure storage area required and better sales forecast it is required. Reorder should be frequent with the weekly or even daily reorder. Avoiding stock out on A items is a priority because single unit, if you are losing, you are not able to get return. So it may constitute very bulk of the loss of revenue from in the company. So similarly for B items, so B items benefit from an intermediate status between A and C. An important aspect of class B, it requires almost regular supervision but not very frequent. Okay, it could be the potential evolutions towards class A. It may be in the future you may find that these items may be the promising items to fetch greater return on investments. And similarly in C items, because we are ordering these items very less frequently, and because it is large number of units you are holding in this category, you can't afford to have more frequent ordering. So reordering of these items should be very less frequently. Typically inventory policy for C items consists of having only one unit on hand. and of reordering only when an actual purchase is made. This approach leads to stock out situation after each purchase which can be an acceptable situation, as the C items present both low demand and high risk of excessive inventory related cost. So based on the critical nature items, another classification of inventory we also call it as a VED. VED is in general termed as a vital, essential and desirable. It is very important to note that vital, essential and desirable, this classification is not based on the valuation in terms of money, but the importance of an item in the operations. So basically this classification is not based on what is the predicted demand and other, but very important. You just take the example of any spare parts or any small items which may have worth of ₹5, but it may be very essential to continue the operations. So it is that is why another example is the hospital, pharmacy and medicine also. In the construction also you can see that there are certain items which are very critical to its operations. It may not be attaching any value or the money, it may be very little, but it may be very vital. And second is essential and desirable. So desirable means even if you do not have those items, maybe of high value, low value, doesn't make any difference, but you can do away with it. You may not have that much importance with those items. So I already discussed. V stands for vital, items without which activities will come to a halt. E stands for essential, items which are likely to cause disruption of the normal activity. And D is the desirable. So in the absence of which the hospital's work does not get hampered, or any work. I am deliberately quoting the example of hospital. Reason is that the essence and vitality can be well understood using this example. In the various industry, whether it is steel, constructions, the manager has to find the items to understand those items, which always should be in kept sufficient stock. May not be in the high value in terms of money, but very important to keep in the stores for smooth operations. And another category of inventory, usually it is found in the retailing industry or grocery stores, and where the inventory can be classified into three categories. One is F, that is fast moving, S stands for slow moving, and N stands for non moving. So based on how quickly the particular items are being sold or how fast the items are being sold, the management can give due attention accordingly. The items which are not moving at all, management may not prioritize the inventories for those. Okay, and non-moving means the items which are not at all fetching any returns. So either the company needs to make a policy either to replace it with some other item which can help in getting more returns on investment. So based on the movement and how quickly the inventories are converted into the revenues, the items can be classified. So in the end, you can understand that managing inventory is very important, and classifying inventory can help in reducing the overall inventory related cost. So in this session, you have also learned how to classify, what are the different steps to be followed for classifying items, basically for doing ABC analysis. And these kind of classification allows us to give priority to important inventory items and manage those with care. So it also prevents us from wasting precious resource on managing times that are of less importance. Thank you, listeners.